Hi, Assalamualaikum, and hi to everyone. Basically, today we are here for the ID4A, Idea for Aerospace, the third series, which is, if you can see on the side here, meaning that where sky is the limit and the ideas takes flight. That's why we are very honored here for this session, the third session, that we have Dato Mohammed Radzi to be with us in order to understand more actually how does LIMA begin. So do enjoy the podcast, and we will have another series related to this. Thank you.
Welcome to third ID4A podcast, which is Ideas for Aerospace. So I am Fatin Izzati. I will be your host for this podcast. So today I am honored to be your host for this insightful podcast. We will delve into a fascinating history about the Langkawi International Maritime and Aerospace Exhibition, or we call it as LIMA Langkawi. So today we are privileged to have with us the visionary behind the LIMA Langkawi, which is Dato Mohammed Radzi, which is the founder of LIMA Langkawi. So how are you today, Dato?
Very fine and very happy to meet you, because it has been a long time since I discussed LIMA with details.
I see. So can you introduce a bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Mohammed Radzi Manan. I was in the government service. Then I joined the private sector. That is where and when I came into contact with the Prime Minister of the Malaysia then, the most respectful Tun Dr. Mahathir.
Yeah. That's all about yourself?
Oh, you want some more?
Yeah.
I see. So when I started my business, so I would put it in a different term. Boleh?
Boleh.
Well, in 1986, I think, I realized, I was putting on weight. Too much eating, I think. And because of that, I was searching for an activity which can reduce my weight. I went playing badminton. Nobody would play with me because they don't like the balls to just fall at my feet, and I couldn't get it back the other side. So I have no friends in badminton. And then I tried jogging. Also, I feel shy because this big bundle of person is trying to lose his weight. Finally, I found that riding is the best. So I started riding. I lost my weight from 200 over pounds, I think, to my present one. And at that time, the riding fraternity is very small. Incidentally, the Prime Minister was then starting riding in Kuala Lumpur. So because at that time, not many people really get into riding. They have to search for people who are riding to join Tun Mahathir masa tu, to go for his rounds in riding on Sundays and public holidays. So that's how I came about to do LIMA, because in one of those discussions at breakfast after the riding at at one spot in KL, I think Country Heights, he was talking about his idea that Malaysia should develop the aerospace, the aviation industry, and he was thinking of having a small exhibition. So my late brother was there then at breakfast with him, and he said, "Datuk Sri, you don't worry, my brother can do it." And I was overseas then. And when I came back, I was informed of the horror story, because how can I do an exhibition assembling aircrafts and all this? I went to see to Dr. Madhe then, and I said the number of aircraft that he wants to show around will be small. So I asked for bigger profile of the aviation industry, which is having more, what do you call that? Bigger aircraft, turboprops, if possible, jets. So when I went to see him, he never said no, because he wants something new for the country. I knew that. So that have put me in, putting my thinking caps. What are the items that we need to do so that to have, when we have the exhibition that he just long for, it must be good, it must be relevant to the country.
Yeah.
So that's how I started,
From
not my
idea,
career, but how I came into the business of creating LIMA. Because we are creating something out of nothing, which is very difficult. And it is not a magic show. It has to be a really solid show. So that's how I could, I can answer your question.
Very interesting point. Is it from riding into the aviation exhibition? So first of all, I would like to ask you, what initially inspired you to bring such a prestigious event to Malaysia, LIMA? So can you share how it started?
How it starts, as I said, from nothing. Well, I had to do a presentation paper to the EPU. It has to be good, So it took me a few months, and I don't mind telling you, I feel, a bit shy about it. But I even got vertigo in the process of thinking too much what to do, how to do best for the paper. Anyway, the paper for the exhibition was approved by the EPU, and then it was sent to the Defense Ministry, which is also appointed as the coordinating department. And after that, it's all go. So there are two aspects, or a lot of aspects of this. One is the coordination of the various government agencies and departments, which may come to 30, 40 in numbers, big and small, in terms of their activities with the LIMA, what relevant it is and all this. And then another is, of course, how to organize the exhibition of such nature, to determine the place, and then to get a good format for people to come. And most of all, if they don't come, no exhibition. These are the exhibitors. And these exhibitors, at that initial stage, is very small in Malaysia. So you have to get them where? From all the overseas exhibition. So the first year, I think, 1990, I went overseas, I think, not less than 14 times. I went to many exhibitions, introduced what is LIMA about. Of course, they are cynical about it. When I said, we are going to have an exhibition in Langkawi, it's called LIMA. What do you mean, Langkawi? What do you mean, LIMA? Huh? LIMA? Peru? So this is the answer that they would give me. Then after a while, maybe they get friendly with me, or maybe they pity me, walking all over the places to get people to come. So in the end, with other things that we did, people started registering as visitors and also as exhibitors. Without exhibitors, no exhibition. So that was a very, very heavy duty for me. So there are, of course, other things that I had to do, so that LIMA will more or less tickle their interest a bit. So one of the things that I did maybe first was Russia. Russia then, as you know, country of the Iron Curtain.
Yeah.
Everybody is curious about Russia.
Yes.
And not only that, they have their own, apparatus of warfare. And one of them will be their aeroplane, their aircraft, their fighter aircrafts and all this. So I got the permission of the Prime Minister then to go. At that time, it was the breakdown of the communism in Russia.
Russia.
A few years after the breaking of the wall in Germany.
Yeah.
Remember? Somehow with luck and with the help of the the ambassador of Russia in KL, I managed to get into the defense ministry, and they agreed to participate in LIMA 91.
1991.
That was one of my best, I would say. That's a coup for me, you see. And not only that, when the Russian announced that they are coming, the other countries, non-Russian, they,
To join
oh
also.
yes,
Yeah.
they were, surprised Russia is coming. So the others came in.
Also.
But of course, this a short space of time, about a year of preparation, we had a good exhibition, and I think that exhibition gave a lovely surprise to the Malaysians.
Yeah.
One day it was nothing. Some even said, Langkawi has an airport, this sort of thing. But by the time we had that LIMA 91 on the 1st of November, our airport was, I think, upgraded,
Yeah.
and expanded a few times. And the best is, any aircraft can land in Langkawi in 1991. And in 1991, we brought the second biggest aircraft from Russia. I forgot the code name of the aircraft because you gave me only 2 days to talk to you. So I haven't, I have to get my research done.
Yeah.
Anyway, when it landed, it was big news to Malaysia. And the first thing that I looked at that time, how many wheels have they got? I counted the aircraft has 20 wheels.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yes. Because in jazz, I asked the PM, sir, our airport is new. That aircraft is big and heavy. Will it stand our apron?
April. Yeah.
Then he said, that aircraft has 20 wheels. Don't worry about it. I was trying to be smart, that's all. Anyway, when the aircraft landed, I counted the wheels. It was exactly 20. So that's how it all started, is it? And then it started in a very modest way. We had to put up only tents in the ground of the old airport. In between the airport building and the tower block and the car park and the apron. But it went well. So one of the best thing that happened was the French company, the Mirage, came, and I think they brought their fighter aircraft.
Yeah.
Yes. So these are the highlights of the small air show. But that was, I think, the first step to many bigger shows that we had over time. It was good.
So that's a very interesting and fascinating on how LIMA developed in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So bringing a prestigious event like LIMA to life couldn't have been without hurdles, right? So can you elaborate on some of the key challenges you face in establish these remarkable exhibitions?
Yes, of course. As I said, you are going to create something out of nothing, and that something is not just a dragon, you know.
Yeah.
It's big.
And it's a new
Yes, yes.
Malaysia.
So to try to convince people of all disciplines is not that easy. First, who is this Radzi Manan coming along with this pamphlets saying that, you know,
and all.
aeroplanes are coming, you know, there will be fantastic show, and then the industries are all on the future industries of the future, you know. So it's mind-boggling. Okay. So most of the people who just hear from far will say, there won't be LIMA at the end of the year. Don't you worry. See? So anyway, it happened. Okay. And the best thing that happened was in LIMA 91, the government decided to buy the MiG-29 fighters. That started, I would say, a scramble to come on future shows. But at that very time also, we managed to get a group of aviation, I would say, enthusiasts. When they are enthusiasts, that means in America, that means they are all out for whatever they are doing for the aviation industry. So one of them is the home builders.
Yeah, the home builders.
They don't. What I meant home builders mean they don't build houses. You see, they construct aircraft
At home.
in their garage, whatever, you know, and then they will complete the aircraft, and then after that they will fly that aircraft. So that's how they home built that aircraft. So from the early maybe 60s or maybe earlier on, things have been growing slowly, but it came up when they have this Oshkosh show. So this Oshkosh will present the various use of composite aircraft, the latest material. So much so that when they do the exhibition, it is one of the biggest in the world. Just imagine in 10 days, that was 30 years ago, they registered 13,000 landings and takeoff of this small aircraft from Oshkosh Airport. 13,000.
Yeah.
And they don't follow the normal, what you call this, protocol of landing and of contact with the tower. I went to that tower, and from far, I could see how they communicate. There were so many aircraft coming in, you know, up, down, and all that. So they will just say to one which is landing, say, now you see 5 aircraft in front of you, yellow colors, okay, you land behind them. He won't even say how many yards behind them or how many meters, because they ought to know. You are home builders, you know what to do. And that's how they can register that number of takeoff and landings at their airport. But here, we don't even have anything yet.
Yeah.
So you see how far we are. So these home builders came to Malaysia on the first LIMA. They brought with them the aerobatic aircrafts, which they themselves, you know, built. And it was a very exciting, you know, event for our local people. They have never seen, you see. all these small aircraft going up and then
Keep flying,
spiraling
yeah.
down, you know, and then short takeoff aircraft, which in a short distance they will just go up, just straight up, and then come down like this, and then they can land very fast and safely on the ground.
They are amazed to.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
And then that was the first time a lot of us who were in at the apron, you know, could hear and feel the sound of
The aircraft.
not only the aircraft but the fighter aircraft.
Oh yeah.
It moves your bowels, you know. Exciting. So Lima 91 make sure the aviation industry is more or less in place in Malaysia. So there are so many things that happened after that, say, which I don't think I should discuss in this short interview.
Yeah.
Say. Yeah.
So it's a very interesting on how the challenge that you face, but still the Lima stay continuously until now.
Yes.
So yeah, could you share with us some memorable story from your experience at LIMA Langkawi that has stayed with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
The first Lima, I had to get up at maybe 2 o'clock at night
That's so early.
to pack my bags,
Yeah.
to give up my room to one small group of exhibitors from overseas. They just arrived. How they arrived at 2:30 a.m. in the morning, don't ask me, but they did. And I had to take all my clothes, everything, you know, put into my the back of my car, and I slept in the car.
Or you give it.
Oh, they are the cherished one. They are the ones that help us. Without them, no show. So whatever things that we can do for them to solve problems, we'll do.
There's not enough.
That's one
room.
only, you see, but that's enough, I think, for a while.
So, in your esteemed view, so how can LIMA Langkawi be further leveraged as a platform to not only showcase cutting edge advancement, but also actively shape the future of the aerospace and maritime sector? So, especially for LIMA Langkawi 2025, which will be held next year.
I look it as any other activities, you see, because if you want to do things, you have to do it well.
Yeah.
And when you do it well, you make sure that whatever is the strategy for you to execute, you have to do it, and in the best possible manner. So when we started Lima, we were all behind. You just imagine when we have Lima in Langkawi, 91. Even the clips, paper clips, you know, papers, pens, pencil, have to be brought in from the Tanah Besar, from Kuala Lumpur or Penang or Alustar. And even the chairs for the conference and all this, we don't have that. We didn't have that. The only things that we have at that time was kerusi apa ni, kerusi besi ni yang lipat tu, which they have at Balai Raya at those times. So everything, chairs, tables, furniture, just think of it. You don't have many items for electronics and all this. So that's how we started. So now that it is growing and growing further, we are still behind the what they call that, the other industries and players in the world. Okay, sometimes I hear our leaders say, "Oh, now we are having our GDP by 6-7%." We talk with pride, okay, but we are still a growing nation. We are like adolescents. So adolescents will grow fast by leaps and bounds until they reach 21. but we are still, in that early formative years in terms of these industries. So even if we say our country have what they call a GDP that grow by 6-7%, yeah, but actually you compare to the other countries, if they do 1%, they are still better than us. So we have to really work and see ways and means so that we can come up to their level, and then we will have then a fair go at whatever things is happening in the world.
So thank you, Dato,
Yeah.
for outlining a vision for LIMA Langkawi future. So it is clear that exhibition has the potential to be a significant force in shaping the aerospace and maritime industry.
Right.
So once again, thank you for your time today. So in closing, I would like to extend my most sincere wishes for Dato continue good health. Knowing your dedication and commitment, I trust that that good health will continue to be a foundation for your future success. So thank you, Dato.
Thank you so much. But I won't be happy if I don't end this. That it wouldn't be possible without Tun Mahathir.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the man that we must pay tribute to. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.